So for more on some stocks to watch, the markets, even some picks for your portfolio, joining me right now, Andrew Ahrens is with us, founder, partner, Synergy Advisory Management Group. Andrew, great to see you. How are you feeling about the market? Where do you think it's headed?
Well, I definitely think we're still in an upward trend here. Let's not forget, we were just hitting all-time highs the other day. And, this is a volatile time of the year in the market, typically like trading summertime here. So, I think that, we may get a little pause here in some of these tech stocks, but I would suspect that, by the end of maybe August, when Nvidia starts to report again, I think that we may start to see some of these tech stocks at all-time highs.
Nvidia is below 120 today, again.
I,
Went up to 140, then it came back down. When you see a name like Nvidia under 120, do you buy it? Are you waiting for it to go to 110? Or under 100 even?
Yeah, look, we typically try to, buy a little here and there because we don't know when the bottom's going to be. But, I think if we look a couple of years out, Nvidia is going to be quite a bit higher here. So, we have a little bit of a sell-off here. Probably a good time if you don't own it to maybe own some shares. I think these stocks are far from over.
Tell me where you think the Fed is headed with the cuts. You have the 10-year today at 4.24 or something like that, 4.23. You think the Fed's cutting in September?
Yeah, I do. I think the Fed will be cutting rates in September. And I think that will be good for the market. I kind of like to look out 6 months in the market. And if you look at today being July 19th, we're looking at Inauguration Day, right? 6 months from now. So we'll see where things are at then, right? It's very interesting. Well, we heard Donald Trump speak last night, and there are a lot of trades that may be placed if he becomes president again. We'll see what happens with that. But in the meantime, I think up to the election here, the market's going to hang in there. I do think the market's going to retest all-time highs. I highlighted a defensive play and a growth play. Obviously, the market right now likes dividend stocks, for some safety here, and with rates coming down. And there are some stocks here that sold off that are great. Should be great additions to people's portfolios. Seeing some of the tech sectors sell off.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the names that you like. You talked about defense and dividends, and you have Pfizer and Amazon here. Give us a sentence on each.
Yeah, these have been my favorites for a long time, and, I've talked about them in the past. But, Pfizer with a 5.7 dividend here, low PE, very encouraging data on future cancer drugs, could propel the stock. They're working on a new weight loss drug. It's a very cheap valuation, in my opinion. The S&P is trading at a 24 PE, and we're seeing, Pfizer trading at, a 12 PE. So, I think that's a very attractive play in the market right now. And, Amazon is one of my favorite stocks on the growth side. And when we see, what happened with Prime Day and, them, all-time sales on that and 180 million members, and they had great earnings last quarter. I know they made some cost cutting, in the past year. And I think that these stocks, I think Amazon is really cheap also still right in here. So I think these are great additions to people's portfolios as we wait and see what happens as we go towards the election.
Yeah. And look, Amazon's up 20% this year. Pfizer's up about 3.5% this year, give or take. So these are the names that you think might be good stock picks. Is there anything you would stay away from? I'm just not interested in touching it right now. Is it a sector? Is it a particular name?
I'm not really focused too much on, certain stocks that are out there that have underperformed. A lot of these household names and, I don't know, like Procter & Gamble really hasn't really done much per se, maybe. And, some of these companies like Clorox, these are stocks that, even though they've done okay, they were pumped up a little, in my opinion, during COVID. So these are some stocks
Yeah.
that maybe, I would stay away from at this point.
Yeah. And we'll be hearing of the likes from Apple in the next couple of weeks. I mean, that's one people like to watch. All right,
Right.
Andrew Aarons, thank you, founder and partner, Synergy Advisory Management Group. Thank you.